Hello everyone. It's been a long time since we've done any Insta Lives, and let's start today with a little information on 2025. Little and profound piece of information. Let's try to cover some of the major astrological trends of 2025. And I am confident, absolutely sure, that what you will find out today will help you to navigate through this year. A year that many will remember and many will write down in the history books as the year of the battle, the year of the major technological, ideological, not only transformation, but a battle. So now hi there, good to see y'all. So now with Pluto fully shifting into the sign of Aquarius, we can clearly see that, let's say, AI governance and such things as the discrepancy between centralization, decentralization truly start to show. Just yesterday, while scrolling through my social media, I saw a very interesting clip where a woman driving through the streets of San Francisco is seeing a billboard, and this billboard advertised, from what I understand, robots. There was a face of a robot woman with the sign "Humans Are So 2023." So this is Pluto in Aquarius, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pluto in Aquarius, and it will get even scarier. So the ones who have seen Terminator back in the days, in their early childhood or adulthood, you guys know what I'm talking about. And, it's here to stay. This trend is here to stay, at least for the next 20 years. Now, when it comes to social media, we will hear in 2025 some of the stories of social media crackdown. We will probably see, once again, this discrepancy between what should be outsourced to the central government and what should be the task of the local governments. Now, just recently, I saw Gavin Newsom, when being addressed directly, asked about what's going to happen now. What are you actually doing to make things better? And Governor Newsom referring at that point to referring the questions or diverting the questions to the local government authorities. I think he said something like, we will find out, we will ask, the local government what they think about it. So this is going to be an interesting trend. I'm assuming that a lot of power will become centralized, but instead of the original, let's say, conventional institutions, it will be centralized in and around groups of people, if you understand what I mean. Now, with this said, the second trend that I would like, yes, and I will take questions later, a little bit later. Greetings from Tuscany, everyone. Now, the second trend that is worth noticing, and each and every person on this planet will notice the results of this conjunction. Sorry, not conjunction, but the entrance of the planet Uranus into the sign of Gemini. We will notice how things will start shifting. Now, let me start from afar. Actually, back in 2018, we had the same planet Uranus entering Taurus. And when Uranus entered Taurus, I know it sounds like complete gibberish right now, but let me explain. Uranus is a planet, yes, of revolution, freedom, something unconventional, unique, etc., etc. But according to my experience, every time Uranus enters a specific sign, everything that is associated with this sign becomes more and more expensive. So when Uranus entered Taurus in 2018, food prices skyrocketed. I remember COVID times when my friends were sending me pictures of white cabbage that was sold online for 20 bucks, you know, crazy things like this. Now, the prices that we had in 2017 for a piece of nice New York strip are totally different from the prices of a New York strip in 2025, right? Just go to any grocery store in New York City, for example. So when Uranus was in Taurus, it inflated real estate, inflated food prices, and this new transit that will be happening in July 2025. This new transit, ladies and gentlemen, will have a major effect on everything that has to do with information and mobility. Now, I will not be surprised, and I talked about it about 4 years ago, but even for me, you know, back in the days, this idea of entering or accessing internet with the passport data looked like something from sci-fi books, movies. Now it might become just our reality. The high-tech resources might be available only to the elites. Why do I say this? So every time Uranus enters a sign, it makes things that are associated, in this case with Gemini, more and more expensive. So we're talking batteries, solar panels, everything that has to do with electricity, internet, vehicles. All of these things will become exclusive and not very accessible for the common folk. Now, I'm pretty sure that also the prices for flight tickets, if you love to travel, these prices will go up as well. Just FYI, starting from the summer of 2025. Now, this increased cost of digital infrastructure will definitely bring some money to the data centers. And back in the days, I used to work for European data centers in Europe. So they had quite a lot of revenue back in the days. I'm pretty sure that they will be, you know, very rich starting from 2025 effortlessly. And also another trend that is worth noticing is paid social media. So if I am talking to you right now, just freely, we're doing our, you know, usual Insta life, and I don't pay anything for it, it is quite possible that I would have to buy a subscription for Instagram or any other service. Future down the road, probably also YouTube subscription, all kinds of subscriptions will go up in price, for sure. All of the AI services will be, you know, will be probably accessible, but for way more money than what we're used to paying as far as Spotify subscription, YouTube subscription, will be just way more expensive. Now, with Neptune and Aries, and this is a third trend, with Neptune and Aries, and Neptune enters the sign of Aries in March 2025, we will see, and we already see, a lot of new interesting trends when it comes to ideology. Remember how I talked about the defund the police movement and all of the unconventional, pagan almost like movements, you know, drink this peyote, eat this mushroom, let's pray to Mother Gaia, Father, whatever. All of this stuff will go away. Now, you know, it already basically started. Aries is ruled by Mars. We're talking fire, masculinity, aggression. And I mentioned back in the days that things as, you know, let's love homeless people, immigrants, diversity, all of these wonderful, beautiful leftist agendas, that they will disappear, they will become unpopular. And we know that astrological trends do not become trendy overnight. It starts with something. Now look at California, look at all of these chubby lesbian women, I would say pretty much incapable of managing things, and people in the times of crisis pointing towards the fact that, you know, a middle-aged chubby woman cannot carry a heavy man on her shoulders out of fire, which is a fact. So you can see already how the trends shifts from all of this encompassing let's smoke some weed and love men and women and iguanas at the same time, how this trend shifts towards masculinity. And this is already the work of Neptune in Aries. Well, what does it bring to us? It brings us religious extremism, absolutely. And also in one of my videos for my German-speaking audience, I was mentioning and showing the natal chart of radical Islam per se. And I believe that the times of radical Islam are coming. But this is just, you know, subject for a different video, different Insta Live. Yes, I'm happy to see all of your comments, but I will try to answer some of the questions at the end, if you don't mind, because, you know, I'm in the flow right now. With the help of Italian wine, Tuscan wine. But in any case, masculinity, all of the masculine interpretations of religion will be popular. All of the, let's say, trends also in religion that are somewhat aggressive, masculine, they will dominate the global discourse for sure. And, you know, the transit from the passive, I would say passive, not paganry necessarily, but passive faith towards almost, if you may, ideological warfare will become very apparent. And it starts to show already. Now, another trend that we're talking about, and maybe we should stop at that, pay close attention to the conjunction of Jupiter and Neptune in the sign of Aries. This will happen in April 2025. Now, when two major planets conjunct, when they come together, they set a trend for the whole new era. And whatever will be happening around this time will set the trend for the next few decades, for sure. Now, the rise of heroic narrative in general is definitely something that we will see. So we will not, it will be even reflected in art. So all of the wishy-washy, strange paintings, depressive paintings, they will stop being popular. All of the paintings that are created as just purely decorative pieces that hang above the couch will not be popular anymore. So we're talking new colors, we're talking new aesthetics, just new aesthetics in general. I remember back in the days, just last year, well, back in the day sounds like it was a while ago. Oh, just last year, I visited my favorite portrait gallery in Washington, D.C. And I saw some paintings that were created during the period when Neptune was in the sign of Aries. I saw some of these paintings, and they all portrayed sportsmen, strong physics, in terms of physique, strong men and women, movement, action, a lot of light, a lot of air. Remember that Pluto now is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is an air sign. There will be a lot of air. Apart from strong winds, there will be also a focus on being an intellectual, because air signs are very intellectual. So, what else should I mention? With this conjunction, we should watch, what's happening around, and probably we will see a lot of people being dissatisfied with the way things are and wanting change. This is like from this Russian song, Change is what our heart requires, by Viktor Tsoi, one of the most famous rock stars from the 80s. And one of the reasons, apart from Gavin Newsom's natal chart and how it strikingly correlates with the LA fires, fascinating stuff. And if you want to read about it, or if you want to understand how it all plays together, you should watch the interview that, or the conversation that Alexander May and I had just the other day. One of the reasons why LA fires are happening, one of the reasons why President Biden allowed long-range missiles to be used on the Russian territory, is already the work of the eclipse, the solar eclipse. Now, there is one fact that not many astrologers know, and I'm talking about the solar eclipse at the end of March of 2025, a full solar eclipse. Eclipses start working 3 months before the actual eclipse happens. And this eclipse happens in Aries. So all of the sudden transitions in leadership, the urge to express aggression, all of these things start to resurface from the period of the beginning of this eclipse season until the end. So eclipse season started in December 2024, and the actual climax we will see in March 2025. And obviously eclipse played a major role as well, unfortunately, in the LA fires. And the reason, I would say, one of the reasons why so many people lost their homes and lost their possessions. The less the better will be the narrative of not only 2025, but the next 20 years, 30 years. It is the ability to grab few belongings, and with your intelligence and your heart, the ability to move on, to be a pioneer, to be a visionary, to be brave. Basically, bravery and minimalism is probably the new aesthetic that we are all heading to. What else should I say? We should prepare for a major change. I know that some people have heard this already and have had a lot of adventures since 2020. But I've been telling you that this golden age of Aquarius that all of the esoterics talk about has nothing to do with the reality. The reality will be aggressive, exciting, somewhat challenging, and now you are equipped to navigate through 2025. And probably the questions I will answer probably in a separate video. All right, I wish you all a wonderful evening and see you soon. Bye.